about Bill Richardson before, in order to have a real chance in those southwestern states, he's going to have to downplay.
That assumes that there's a large Hispanic vote in this country that is in favor of breaking the law. In fact, you'll find an awful lot of Hispanics are in the forefront of being angry over people who came here by breaking the rules, when in fact many of them had to follow the rules, which, by the way, are very arcane and needlessly complicated and lengthy. I don't think that's an automatic vote that the Hispanic vote is pro-breaking the law.
And the immigration issue was certainly one of the top issues until the economy came and took the headlines.
And
so I think, do what?
Yeah, it's dropped a lot now.
Yeah, it has, but I think it'll, these things are cyclical. I think the people are wanting the borders to be secured. They want to demagnetize America. They don't want amnesty. They don't want this touch back and come back kind of stuff.
Yeah,
they want somebody who's going to get tough about it.
Yeah, I got to say, I mean, if you listen to right-wing radio, I do think the amnesty issue with McCain, I think if it's Obama-McCain, we could be talking of Obama landslide. Because, I mean, I've never heard so much screaming. It was so entertaining when McCain became the nominee. They were all like, no, not that guy, anybody but him, And I think Ed's right about the, just the age differential and the way they're running their campaigns. We won't even need exit polls. You'll be able to tell the McCain voters from the Obama voters. Like, McCain voters will all be on walkers, and the Obama voters will be like on big wheels.
There'll be a lot of jogging photo ops of Obama if he's the nominee. He is almost to the day 25 years younger than McCain.
It's the largest spread ever in a campaign if he gets the nomination. Right. One last question from the audience.
Citadel, Iowa. I want to pose a serious question, and I don't want to make it a race issue. But in Iowa, when Mr. Obama won, there were a lot of people very surprised. Obviously because of a race issue, and other than that, Hillary had been there for 2 years campaigning. Is it an issue, or should it be an issue with President Obama of the color of person he chooses for vice president, based on the fact that there are still a lot of terrible, backwards, racist people out there, and if they see a black man in the White House, they're going to take him out? And I know that's an uncomfortable question to ask, but if you're Barack Obama, do you consider a vice presidential candidate based on the fact that they'll cover your back and not be the next president of the United States because of
like somebody really off, like pick Carrot Top, so like no one will kill him, so that, yeah.
Are you available, Al?
I think that's a real dangerous subject, and I think that I know it's talk radio, but freedom of speech is not a license to go say whatever the hell you want to say. It's a responsibility, and I really believe that we have to realize that there are zealots on both sides that listen to talk radio, and that's where they get their information, and that's as far as it goes. It's the repetitive word that, oh gosh, it must be true. I know I don't want to address that subject because I don't want it on my conscience that I actually talked about that and some dumb son of a bitch went out there and did it. I can't. I'm not there.
Yeah, and I think
I can get ratings without doing that.
Yeah, and I think
you're right, but I think the microphone can be used as a real nasty tool too in that subject.
Well, and Ms. Michelle Obama has said, I think you can't live like that. I mean, they certainly can't live like that. We have.
No, I think it's dangerous to even talk about it. I think he's right. You've got to be responsible. I wouldn't want to even play into
Let me speak as someone who once protected President Eisenhower with a .357 Magnum. Don't ever underestimate the Secret Service. They're willing to take a bullet, but they'll give you a bullet too. You have no idea the lengths that they go to. Now, before we lost Jack Kennedy, there were relatively few Secret Service agents, and what they would do is they'd come over to the FBI, where I was at the time, and they'd say, the president's going to be in a situation, actually it was something like this, and we need more, send us your shooters. And I was one of their shooters, so I went over there and they put me at a table down here, and there was a lot more room here. It was Constitution Hall. And they said, are you right-handed or left-handed? I said, I'm right-handed. They said, okay, sit at the end of the table where the reporters are. We'll give you a pad and a pencil and you make believe you're a reporter. He said, if anybody tries to go from here to here, kill him immediately. I would have killed him immediately. So yes, it is always a problem, and why crazy people do crazy things like that, I don't know. On
that historical note.
I just love that nobody in talk radio can come out here and say, I once protected President Eisenhower with the .357 Magnum.
Thank you all very much. Appreciate it, brother.